My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Dicey Dungeons. We're going to be playing the Thief. The Thief is not here to make friends. They're here to win. Everyone else is too, of course. They're just lying about it. And difficulty is 2 stars compared to the previous 1 star on the warrior. I will go across introducing the new character unlocked, I believe, every single episode until I go back and rotate through to finish the rest of the episodes for the characters we've previously unlocked. But alright, let's go in. Oh, right. Had to do the voices again. Put your hands together for the next hopeful challenger. He's got big hopes, big dreams, and he signed a legally binding contract not to sue us. It's the Thief. Hang on. I haven't got a voice for the Thief yet, right? You know what? I'll give you a larrikin kind of Australian one. Wait, you meant that dice thing literally? I mean everything literally. So tell me, Thief, what brings you to my arena of terrible fate? Okay, dice. Good. Right, well, my friends don't seem to be taking this seriously, but I am, and I'm gonna win $1 billion. And what will you do with the money if you win? Anything I want, for the rest of my life. Well, fortune favors the bold. At least, that's what people who haven't met me sometimes believe. Let's get started. Alright, yeah, we'll go for the option to pick up a new piece of equipment first. Hothead's weak to ice. Okay, so that holds, the innate holds. So I should be able to kind of get in my mind, oh, the hothead is weak to ice. If I want to fight the hothead, I can use ice. Things like that. So I'm starting with the equipment. Dagger, deal 3 damage. Sorry, maximum of 3, but deal X in damage. Reusable. Fireball, deal damage equal to what you put in and burn the die. Or burn a die from the enemy. Also, there's a lockpick to split in 2. So like if I split this in 2, it could split into a 2 and a 2, and then I could put, you know, a 2 into the fireball, and then I could put something else into the dagger. Or it could give me a 3 and a 1, and then all of that goes into the dagger. Either way, it gives me more effect than just the single burn. Actually, no, it doesn't give me either way. Yeah, because now I miss out on a burn. But I had the opportunity to get that burn as well as 6? No, 6 damage was the maximum I could have done that turn anyway. Never mind. That was entirely wrong. All I should have done is just the burn and then 3 damage. That is to say, the 6 damage from the fireball is the best I could have gotten that turn. So if you split a 1 into 2, you get 2 1s back. That's actually useful, right? Here I can see that this is more than a maximum of 3, and it's not even, so I have to split it. Otherwise, I get no value out of it this turn. So I don't need to play this final one, because I'm killing the enemy next turn, and already they can't use both of their die, otherwise they die. My limit break here is unlucky roll. Roll 4 extra 1s. Useful to have. I'm not going to be using it, though. I wasn't even trying, you know. What if you won? I don't care. You know what? It just has to be a random voice every single time. I can't just keep the same voice for each character because there are too many enemies. Snake Eye Charm. Roll 2 1s for a 6 input. Space Marine over here. We'll go for it. Ooh. Oh, have a look at that. Plasma Cannon is over here as well. Deal 10 damage. So what the Thief currently appears to be doing is I have access to one of the enemy's moves at all times. Yeah, because I have Plasma Cannon. The enemy only has Plasma Cannon. Last fight, the enemy had Fireball because they were a hothead, obviously. And I have no Fireball this combat. Okay, that makes sense. I probably want to use the Plasma Cannon for 10 and then all the extra in the dagger. So enemy's not even going to damage me next turn, so starting the unlucky roll doesn't make sense. Okay, they're pretty likely to hit me next turn, but they deal only 10 damage, and then I heal back after the battle anyway, so it's not a problem. Great. So you can see I've set up the enemy to have exactly 10 HP left. All of the rest of my stuff just goes into the plasma cannon until the enemy's dead. Sweet. I love that it's kind of making the critical HP sound, but I know the enemy is incapable of killing me that turn, so it's a little less effective. Sorry, game. Let's have a look at our equipment again. Okay, so we actually have 3 half slots right there. Alright. So most equipment is attack Marshmallow, then Stereo Head. Get access to 2 shops. Yeah, I get access to most of the resources in the map by doing that anyway, so may as well. Snowball, odd. Deal damage and freeze die. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using the 5 on that. Split this. I might unlucky roll right now. The only reason to unlucky roll is what? It's if I suspect that I'm going to be taking damage and I'm wasting a usage of unlucky roll by not using it. Maybe that'll be borne out. Even. Now, the lockpick is really important for manipulating even and odds, because if you split an odd, you can get... Or if you split an odd, you will always end up with an even and an odd as a response, because you obviously can't get 2 odds, you obviously can't get 2 evens, otherwise it would be even. Whereas if you have an even, like a 4, it can split into a 3 and a 1, both odd, or a 2 and a 2. So this 3 always splits into an even and an odd, so I know I can trigger Fireball this turn. It's effectively all I was saying there. In a very long-winded way. As is my want. Oh, that is the maximum damage they could have done to us. Because they needed an even and an odd. They got a 5 and a 6. Ooh, that's rough. Oh, you gotta know that's rough. At least we did get the unlucky roll back, by the way. So I didn't waste that. Yay. Bump for just an extra dice value. Super useful. I probably go for a little bit of HP before I go for the Stereo Head, but the Stereo Head's not that bad. They are weak to shock. Yeah, so we can weaken the enemy. Weakening the enemy turns one of their pieces of equipment into equipment minus, so it just gets a worse effect. Split that. Damn it, getting a 4 is exactly what I didn't want with that split. Alright, I'm also going to unlucky roll. And... just get ready for a bunch of extra 1s next turn if I need it. We need to upgrade that dagger. I don't know if it's going to upgrade its damage or if it's going to upgrade its range. So like it'll accept a maximum of 4 or something like that, but that's still super useful for us, so. Yeah, these are the weakens. So we've got Bump is now maximum of 3, and Dagger is a maximum of 2. That's really unfortunate. Alright. Still got pretty decent damage through there. Hoping that I don't get double weakened, but never mind. What a bad hope, clearly. Yikes, these are also not great. Split value in 2 on lockpick, by the way, rather than split die in 2. Split value in 2 means that I put a 1 in and it gives me a 1 back. Not useful. Well, that's okay. The enemy should be dead next turn. Hey, and they only get to weaken us once. Beautiful. Why are we finally rolling 6s when we don't actually want them at all? Glad to have them, just don't need them right now. Game, please. Save them for when necessary. So heal and... Oh, okay. Okay. Poison Needle. Inflicts 1 poison, 3 usages this turn, maximum of 2. Now, I currently have the ability to generate a lot of small die pretty easily. I have the lockpick for splitting. I have unlucky roll. Sorry, I just choked on dry air? I don't know how the hell that happens, but I caught my throat. I have the ability to generate a lot of small die, so I can trigger Poison Needle quite consistently. I'm gonna take it. Feel like it's gonna need to be upgraded to have more usages a turn, because obviously it roll 2 1s, right? Like, generating a bunch of die of low values doesn't typically have too good of an effect, because obviously I'm dealing, you know, the same damage as the number on the die that I rolled, with Dagger at the very least. Poison Needle helps mitigate that. Provides it more value. You been saving up your gold pieces? Well, you can't take them with you. Might as well splurge while you can. Bandage, odd, heal 1 HP. That's another thing that would work with this. There's also the leather armor, odd, reduce 1 damage for each attack, and counterfeit, duplicate a dice. I guess I counterfeit. My whole tech is I just want more dice. Counterfeit does that. Snake Eye Charm, probably not, though. At least until we have the Poison Needle upgraded. We probably don't need that. Well, can burn the enemy a bunch. Actually, no, it's fine. I've got a totally good turn. Duplicate that die, and then we just poison, and then headbutt for some decent damage. You take 3 at the start of your turn, and you're down to 2 poison. So yeah, there's not even that much damage I have to do past this point. I'm blind, so I don't know what's in here, but I can figure it out. Like, I can try and put it here, and that tells me it's not a 2 or less. Not a 3 or less either, so it's probably something that I want to split in half then, unless it's even, because it's probably a 4 or a 6. Yeah, it's a 4. Me. And then I'll just +1 to the value, and then split this in 2, duplicate, and just over poison the enemy. Make absolutely certain we've got them down here. Lovely. That squid will rue the day. Why does equipment upgrade have to be so far away? Equipment upgrade, please. This build doesn't really work without you. I don't do much poison. Flame spell. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so the wizard has a bunch of different effects for each of the different dyad that they can roll. They get deal 5 damage, freeze 2 die, or inflict 4 poison, dodge next attack, deal 5 damage, burn 2 die, deal 5 damage, shock 2 die, and +1 die this fight. The wizard only rolls 1 die per turn. They have to roll a 6 in order to actually have kind of useful turns. So I'm just going to flame spell you, definitely. Because that's a really good effect. I think I'm also going to unlucky roll this turn. Oh yeah, this 5 is unusable. I should have done something about that 5. Oops. That's my bad. Pretty decent damage for turn 1 against the wizard, though. Yeah, you dodge the next attack, but my next attack can be like just 1 damage if I want it to be. Like this. Perfect. So yeah, dodge is exactly what you might expect. Dodge the next attack. Enemy's poisoned. We've already got him. Okay, so a level 3 character. So their Haunted Jar actually will level me up. That's fine. We also get Staff here. Deal 6 damage, burn 1 die for 8. It gives me something to chunk high dice into, but I'm not okay with that yet. I don't think that's how this build rolls yet. That shop and that equipment coming at the same time should help me kind of formulate really what this build does. So I can double poison for 24, but the Haunted Jar has 2 moves rather. So I might not get Blight back in the next turn. Haunted Jar is also strong against poison, so maybe I just shouldn't even be trying to poison them at all. What does strong against poison mean? It's an interesting question to ask. What does strong against poison mean? So, it says you're losing 3 HP at the start of your turn. I suspect that's not true. Yeah, it lost 2. Okay, so maybe it's half rounded up. I'm gonna try and kill this enemy with poison just so I can see how poison do. How poison do, though? Okay, split in 2. Good. Yeah, that was poorly handled. I ended up with another card there that's just completely useless. Damn it. Well, I say card, it's dice. You can think of each of the dice in my hand like cards that have 6 possible effects depending on what they roll. Okay, increase the value of that. Split a 5 in 2, I think. God damn it. Again. Get that 1. All right, there we go. We doubled the poison. Now it's 18. 18 and you took... What? I didn't even see how much damage you took there. The number floated away really quickly. I'm now double poisoned, by the way, so I need this enemy dead real quick. Too sweet. Post haste. Kind of need to double blight them this turn if I can. Can I? So I split this. I get a total of 7 value on the board. This adds 4. 4 gets us to 11. Yeah, I'm never getting to blight with that. So I just need to survive the next turn. If the enemy poisons me at all, I don't survive the next turn. I think I've actually killed myself by trying to poison this enemy, despite the fact that they're strong against poison. But it's all in service of trying to learn how I actually deal damage to enemies with poison. Or rather, how strong against works in this specific circumstance. Yeah, you took half. Oh my god, the enemy only poisoned me for 1. I'm actually still alive. That was so lucky. Oh my god. That was lucky. We don't deserve to be alive, but the enemy's dead. We're fine. It's all good. It's okay. I'm glad that I haven't lost my first time in the second episode. That would be a little embarrassing. All right, handyman. Spanner combines dice. I don't really need that though. I split mine rather than combine them. Duplicate that. 2, and then hold the rest up in here. Shame that 6 can't really help us. Now, I have a bunch of healing available after this combat, so I can take as much damage as possible here. I'm totally comfortable with it. Pea shooter is reusable. At the very least, I have something to dump this into. Hell yeah. It's actually a pretty useful turn right there. Could get the enemy down next turn. Damn it. I was about to say it depends on whether or not they shock me. All right, now it depends on what the shock hits. Poison Needle's probably the least useful thing. Neat, we're fine. We will dupe the 3, split a 4, getting another 3. And murder him. Even get to keep my unlucky roll for the next combat. And, of course, heal back up. Beautiful. There is Lockpick for splitting a die in 2. Again, there's also Lost Stunned, survive the next fatal blow, doesn't stack, and Healing Crystal. Not interested. Let's see what we can do with the upgrade first on the Poison Needle. 5 uses this turn. Okay, that's pretty important. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that. Then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to take the Lockpick again. I'm going to replace the... Do I replace the dagger? Bump seems like it's the least useful thing right here, though. Also, that dagger actually doesn't seem that useful either. I'm going to be real with you. It feels like we have the poison for low numbers. The dagger should be here for high numbers. So like if we could put the staff in, that'd be really good. So if we can upgrade the counterfeit, then we get an extra space. We take out the dagger and then we put in the staff. So upgrade counterfeit looks like our next opportunity to get much more powerful here at least. Oh, yikes. No upgrades available. That's a little bit of a sad time for me. Sort of 5s. Way too many of them, in fact. Slim 2. Split in 2. Oh, right, I can't even fireball at this point. God. Ryan. That's unfortunate. I guess I can fireball, actually. No, I can't. I would have to increase the cost of it somehow. Fine. Oh, I could have done 1 more damage there. Dang it. At least they only got 1 even that turn. It was 6, sure, but they only got 1. That. Poison as much as we possibly can. Throw in a fireball as well. Hang on. Dang it! If I had done that 1 more damage, it would have prevented the enemy from taking that turn. Ugh, I hate that it mattered in retrospect. Good one. I love a good old-fashioned flame war. A lot of health to collect there. I could get both of them. I'll pick up what's in here first. Iron armor needs 5, reduce 2 damage from each attack. You know what? I think that's going to keep us alive for so much longer that the poison needle is going to go away. And I think I'm also going to put bump back in so that I can get to the iron armor effectively. Alright, loud bird. Deal damage and +2 weakness, and that's an odds that we have to have. Okay. It goes there naturally. That in 2, not really getting what I was hoping for there, though. But, and an unlucky roll. Especially on the first turn, it's really important I make the enemy as weak as possible. So you're dodging my next attack and trying to deal 5 damage, but I only take 3. So if you're dodging the next attack, we do want you weakened, though, so Echo Blast is not the one I want you to dodge. So I'm gonna poison needle. You'll dodge that. Then I'll echo poison. Sure, I didn't get the reduction in incoming damage here, but I did get to weaken you. Which actually is totally fine. Didn't even need to reduce incoming damage, as it turns out. Even. Dodge the next attack. That's actually really useful for us. The iron armor is not necessary if we are dodging the next attack. Yeah, we need to change that bump back into a split so we can use the poison armor, poison needle more effectively. Having the bump for the iron armor is useful, but if poison is all of our damage, then we need poison to be all of our damage and it actually to work. Split a die and then duplicate. Needs doubles to silence the enemy. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll do it. So silencing just seems like it removed buffs. And on me, it is character cannot use special character skills or limit breaks. Okay, so it's a different effect on each character. That makes sense. Do that and poison the enemy because they are not strong against poison, so we get the kill. Let's go see what's in the shop first before I pick up the extra HP there. Well, see, Snake Eye Charm is... Maybe I use Counterfeit and Snake Eye Charms. Right? Maybe that's it. And then instead of Iron Armor, I run Bump. I have to take the HP here before I go into the next fight because I am not feeling confident with that choice. Never mind, it seems really good right now. Okay. So I am not going to actually be able to curse the enemy here, unfortunately. That's more than okay, though. 5 poison out on turn 1 is enough for me. Oh, we're about to get blinded as well. Yikes. Okay, so we can't see our dice values. It's... Okay, at least here. I'll duplicate that just in case nothing else is a 6. One of those was low enough. Beautiful. It's not a 4. Oh, right. It's a 6 and a 1. It has to be. Otherwise, the bump wouldn't have given me a return there. It's fine. Overwhelm does 3 physical damage and it gets an extra damage every usage. And it can be used multiple times and it's odd as well. Rough. So, +1 to that. Dupe it. Okay, so we don't have 4s and... So they're 3, 5 on 6. There's other ones in hand. More poison next. Actually, more poison next turn isn't even going to be enough. So we still need 2 more turns worth of combat. Yeah, and that suddenly became really bad. Did you see how bad that turn went for us? It's entirely possible we're dead next turn already. Okay, cursing the enemy to try and prevent that seems my best play here. Even if I unlucky roll, they're not dead this turn, so I may as well just hope they can't overwhelm me. Oh, they could if they just focused on it. Cursed. Cursed. Come on! You were cursed! Dang it! Well, we got defeated on our first run as the robot there. As the thief. The robot is available for the next episode. That's unfortunate. I don't know about that, because that was a 50-50 on each of those overwhelms, and yet the enemy managed to get both of them through. A likely story. That said, it's entirely possible that the curse would have triggered on their attempt to curse me, and then they would have just hit me flawlessly afterwards, so... You know, it happens. It happens. That seems like a bit of a weird build. It does seem like I needed at least some defense in there. At the very end, at the very least, it seemed like that. For the moment, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Dicey Dungeons. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. So there's a playlist in the description down below with all my content on this game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.